studying privately before I went into the Army, and I was in the Army for 2 years. And when I got out, I decided to go. I needed a degree, so I went to Oberlin. And Mary Ann was already a student there. And they had an orientation session for the new students. Of course, I was older. And Mary Ann was in charge of it. She was the social chairman. And she was down at the front of the auditorium. I was sort of in the back. And she said, "Can you get me back there?" I said, "No, but I'd like to." And
That's not good.
But I'll tell you, we never dated. Never after that. We were just good friends. And I had a girlfriend. She had several boyfriends. Several. And so one morning on my birthday, January 24th,
oh, this is funny.
We were down at the local hot box with some friends, and they sang happy birthday to me. Well, she was at another table with friends, and she came over. She thought they were singing to her because it was her birthday also.
Same one.
We have the same birthday, not the same year,
That's so
unfortunately. But
who are you? What is this?
So that sort of piqued my interest, and we had something else to talk about.
Him? Mm-hmm. He actually, well, he's always very good to you. I mean, he would just want to see what I was doing and he were doing. But of course, he was really super. Unbelievable. I mean, that I just can't tell you it is now. And nobody in that huge place, none of them were as good as me. Now he's also that way.
Well,
but it really was the truth. And his teacher said it too. And in other words, everybody, we're going up there.
I was a little older too, you know. But anyhow, well, I could say that and more about her. She's the social chairman of the world, you know. She knew everybody at Oberlin, not just music majors, but all 2,000 students. I think she knew everyone there. And I'm not that type. Now, I love people, but I don't go out of my way to make friends with everybody I run into. But we did go to tea one afternoon, and she excused herself to go to the restroom. And I sat there and I waited and waited. About 45 minutes. I was getting up to go ask the hostess to go in, and then I saw her coming with this perfectly strange woman, both talking their heads off. And she brought this woman over our table, and this was a lady who was running away from her husband. And she saw Mary Ann in the restroom, and she said, "You have the face that I know I can talk to," she said. So, you know, we had Christmas cards from her for several years after that. I don't know what the outcome
It was a long time, too.
But that's the way she is. Now, that would never have happened to me.
Right away.
We had a great honeymoon. We had a child 9 months and 2 weeks later.
And we thought it was just great, really.
Well, I tell you, we sweated out those 2 weeks.
We did not.
I know it makes her mad when I say that.
We were old-fashioned. But anyway, he always says things like that. It makes it like guys do.
It makes her mad. You know, we never had any real problem. I mean, we didn't sometimes we didn't have much money and things like that, but we liked what we were doing, you know, and enjoyed doing it. And I would have done it for nothing, actually, and I practically did. It's shorter, but no, it was fun. It really was. I'd do it all over again.